Insights. I am your host, Victory Amma, and I have Pastor Kingsley and Barrister Philip with me. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Today we'll be talking about Okpebholor. We'll meet again for the same topic, for the same one. He swore in 3 judges that Obaseki overlooked during his tenure. So I would like to hear your thoughts on this, because it's now seeming like he's trying to outdo him instead of looking at the interest of the people. I'm not saying it pertains to this, but I'm just asking, why does Obaseki's name have to come in here?
I don't know how Obaseki got away with so many things he got away with, really. Let me just a little bit put Okpebholor aside now.
Okay.
I don't know how he got away with so many things he got away with. Obaseki operated a House of Assembly for a particular 4 years with just, I think, 3 or 4 House of Assembly members.
I think it's 10.
No, 3 or 4. I'm serious. He refused to swear in the other ones. Even when the National Assembly got into the matter, everybody got into it, swore this guy in. Their tenure expired and he never swore them in. Now, it was the 8 or so judges were recommended by the NJC that they should be decorated or they should be sworn in.
It.
He refused to swear 3 in. His personal they took a vendetta on those guys and did not do it.
Okay.
I really wonder how he got away with those kind of things where we have the rule of law, where there is a separation of power between the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. I really wonder how he did those things. So I think it was right thing for the new governor to have done and swear them in. It was their rightful. They've been cleared by the NJC for them to be sworn in. But those things should not be operated in our constitution within the confines of the constitution that we operate on. Do you
That's
understand?
true. Yes. Barrister Philip, when Okpebholor swore in these 3 remaining judges, he said something. He said that he's trying to discourage Godfatherism. Do you think that was why these other judges were not sworn in, or is there any other reason that Obaseki may have had?
Well, like Pastor K said, it's really baffling that a governor who's sworn to an oath to uphold the constitution of our land will blatantly disobey the same constitution he swore to uphold. There are processes how judges are to be made. The recommendation of the judges to NJC is from the state, so it's from him, because the governor appoints. So if he recommends them and they were cleared, I don't see the yardstick why he shouldn't swear them in. Be that as it may, it's unfortunate that we have so many miscreants in governance today. So because they don't know what the law says, or because there's no law in the land, or because Nigeria has turned banana republic, I wouldn't know, But Okpebholor swearing in the 3 judges, well, it is not because of Godfatherism. I wouldn't agree to that. Like I said, they were recommended by the state governor to the NJC for clearance. So if the governor recommended, where is the Godfatherism?
The fact that he didn't swear them in,
Of
even
course.
after
So like
they
he
were
said,
cleared.
he said personal vedanta. Maybe in the process, these men or these women may have done something, or somebody did something, and then he took it upon them. I don't know. It's not within my knowledge. So I wouldn't speak on it. But I want to say strongly that I don't think it's because of Godfatherism. It's just because of personal vedanta. It might likely be that by the time he was recommending them, they were with him in his quest to install a governor. They were PDP. Then along the line, they may have said, no, we can't go this way you are going, or rather the people that helped to. So he took it upon them. That's the way.
Pastor Kingsley, you look like you have something
I
to
wanted
say.
to ask him something. Maybe he's a lawyer.
Yes.
Can this be related to the case of Onoge? Being removed because he was romancing with the opposition. Is there anything related? In
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel strongly that these 3 judges, they might not be directly involved. Maybe people who are close to them show interest in other areas that, Obaseki in his days as a governor of Edo State, is like a tyrant. If you are not with him,
He was a tyrant. He's not like
so.
Obaseki was a tyrant. He was
How so?
his character was as ugly as his face.
Ah!
Yes. you see, let me tell you something. The time has come for us to bring in not just opinion, say the facts as they are.
Yes, that's true.
You can't just rule within the confines of what you think in your heart. We are not a lawless country. Like Barrister said, it's not a banana republic. That's why we have the Constitution clearly written down. Then we have government separated in 3 arms so that one will not match on the other one.
That's
If
true.
Obaseki says something, he will follow it to the letter. And he will make sure you go down on it. He doesn't care what the law say, what the police say. So at the time they were now trying to match into with the law with police, I hope he felt how bad it was. Do you understand? How he felt a little bit brunt of that brushes that ran through him. Anybody in PDP that the APC knew that they were going to this before they have arrested the person over the night. But these things must not continue like this.
They shouldn't.
We are a country that should look at the law, especially in our diversity. We are so diverse, religion-wise, ethnic-wise, tribal-wise. We are very diverse. Even within the Igbo speaking part, there's still division there. Even within a state, Okigwe man will say that Olu man is a nobody. I mean, it's so diverse. So most of the time, when the Hausa is fighting the Yoruba, or the Yoruba is fighting the Igbo, I say this is not our problem. Our problem is that we must be respected wherever you are. Even the full animal will fight the Hausa man. I'm telling you the truth. These are all realities. Do you understand? So whether he say that there will be Godfatherism, there is no Godfatherism, well, we also know that Godfather brought him there. He cannot say there is no Godfather. One of the first names that he put in as a commissioner was the Godfather's son. These things are there. They will always be there. In politics, they will be there. But they must be operated within the confines
Of the law.
That's very important.
That's very important. So, Barrister Philip, you were saying something. You said the Okpebholor Obaseki operated like a tyrant, and Pastor Kingsley has given us a few of his points. I would like to hear your own points.
Well, I would divert a little. I want to speak on Okpebholor swearing in the 3 judges and making, merry from it, that he had done something. You see, what Okpebholor is doing at the moment, when your government is not legitimate, you do everything to be legitimate. The APC government, when they came in 2015 to 2023, especially the Buhari government, all they do is to condemn the PDP, to castigate Jonathan government. Every problem they have is the PDP's problem. But you said...
Shadow of Jonathan was pursuing them.
You said you were a better person to run the affair of the state. And you are now in the helm of affair. Why still blaming the person you chased away? You should do the needful and make sure things run smoothly for the masses you claim you have come in to serve. Okpebholor saying that Obaseki did that. Has it lost track? Is it been distracted? Has he forgotten his campaign promises? Is one of the campaign promises to castigate Obaseki at every slight opportunity?
This one, what he just did now, is one of his campaign
how has
inaugural speech.
How has that solved the problem of the people? Yes, he says so that if he wins, he will do
You
this.
will do- yes.
Just to curry the favor of those group of
Okay,
persons.
that's true.
How has it solved the problem of the
Common
Edo State
enemy.
people? Exactly. How has it solved the problem of the people? He has no way solved the problem of the people. By swearing those 3 judges. Has he put food on the table of Edo people? Has he repaired their road? So I begin to wonder. So what he said, that he had given us, Obaseki was an interesting person.
That's true.
As a governor, it was very interesting.
I see your point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
He's a very interesting
I
person.
understand.
I think we need to study him.
He's been magnanimous with words.
He said something. He said, you know, when your government is illegitimate, you try as much as possible to make it legitimate.
He's barrister the law. Or have they illegitimized the government? No. The constituted body has declared him as the governor. If you don't want to do, go to court. Well, we cannot say it's illegitimate. So should we say that? But sorry, Tinubu's government is illegitimate. Well, they came in, they are there now. What we want him to do is to stop talking about the opposition. I said this yesterday. I said the character of APC is always talking about the past. You are on the saddle now. You are on the driving seat. Drive the car. Forget if anything is bad in the car, take it to the mechanic and fix it. Stop saying that it was Obasanjo, it was this one, it was that one, it was Obaseki. Leave Obaseki alone. The allocations don't come to Obaseki anymore. The police, civil servant, they don't report to Obaseki anymore. They are in your hands now. Allocation comes with, but there is a lot of money in your hand now. Leave Obaseki alone and rule well. Let us see better road in Edo State. Let us see cultism in Edo State that has come to its highest form. Let it be eradicated or brought to its barest minimum. Let security be uppermost. Development, we want to see it. Only 79 to 83, Abrosali came in as governor of the state from Edo Central. This is the first time after a brief one that Professor, I think that professor that became governor for Osumbo, Saremi Osumbo, came in for a little time. This is the time he's coming to Edo Central. There are a lot of things to fix in the state generally, especially Edo Central. Edo Central has never had good water. The place has not been well developed because they complain that they have not been there as this thing. But they've always been ministers. Ministers have always come from Chief Tony Aneni to all of them that came there. Even Minister of Works, they've always gotten them. Now they are the state governor. If his governorship is only to develop Edo Central, among other things that will be done, let him start doing it now. The clock is ticking. He doesn't have 8 years anymore, or he doesn't have 4 years anymore. He has less than 4 years. Let him start working. That's what we want to see. Do you understand? No matter how we hate the Senate President Akpabio, if you go to Akwa Ibom, you will not hate him too much. You will know that he has done something very nice. Do you understand? So let him take on that footstep and do Edo people. I like Sullivan, sorry. Sullivan is one of my best governors that I've ever seen. He wasn't talking, but when you enter Enugu, at the time, you will see that this man worked in Enugu.
That's
so
true.
let Okpebholor leave the news and let him start working. I'm solidly behind him.
Okay. Thank you so much for showing your solidarity. So, thank you so much, Barrister Philip. Thank you so much, Pastor Kingsley, for being on this session with us. I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm sure our viewers will too. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for watching this News Insight. I'll see you next time.